Time now is 6:16. Call this meeting to order. Joint Committee, Health, Education, and Welfare, Land and Natural Resource, Culture Preservation. Today, September 20th, 2022. On vacation, I'd like to ask Representative Gouge if you'd offer that for us this evening.
Thank you, Chairman. Please know before the take to give this day, let us look over the tribe's business and take care of its people, and looking after the young ones of this tribe.
All right, thank you. Next, we have roll call. Legislative Clerk Tracy Knobloch.
Mary Crawford.
Present.
Joyce Deere.
Present.
Robert Huff.
Present.
Leonard Gouge.
Here.
Anna Marshall.
Present.
Charles McHenry. Galen Cloud.
Here.
Gerald Proctor.
Here.
Nelson Harjo.
Here.
Joseph Hicks.
Here.
Chairman, you have 10 present and 0 absent.
10 present, 0 absent. Constitutes a quorum. Any business conducted this evening will be official. Next we have is approval of minutes for July 26, 2022.
Chairman, I'd like to make a motion to approve the minutes with any necessary changes.
Motion been made by Representative Harjo to approve minutes with any necessary changes.
Second.
Second by Representative McHenry. Roll call.
Nelson Harjo.
Yes.
Joseph Hicks.
Yes.
Joyce Deere.
Yes.
Mary Crawford.
Yes.
Robert Huff.
Yes.
Leonard Gouge.
Yes.
Anna Marshall.
Yes.
Charles McHenry. Galen Cloud.
Yes.
Chairman, you have 9 in favor, 0 against.
9 in favor and 0 against. That motion passes. Down to order of business. TR 22-141, a tribal resolution of the Muskogee Creek Nation amending TR 22-086, a tribal resolution of Muskogee Creek Nation authorizing principal chief to execute a real estate contract for the purchase of property in Creek County, Oklahoma, sponsored Joseph Hicks.
Chair, I make a motion to pass.
Motion for due pass by Representative Hicks.
Second.
Second by Representative Cloud. Discussion.
Chair, can I give Ms. McIntosh a minute, please?
Can you hear me? This is just a Scribner's error that was on the actual deed. So we're just changing it. We actually bought 20 acres instead of 40.
Okay. Questions from committee? No questions? Roll call vote.
Joseph Hicks.
Yes.
Joyce Deere.
Yes.
Mary Crawford.
Yes.
Robert Huff.
Yes.
Leonard Gouge.
Yes.
Anna Marshall.
Yes.
Charles McHenry.
Yes.
Galen Cloud.
Yes.
Nelson Harjo.
Yes.
Chairman, you have 9 in favor, 0 against.
9 in favor and 0 against. That motion passes. Next item we have is TR 22-144, a tribal resolution of Muskogee Creek Nation authorizing the principal chief to purchase property located in Hughes County, Oklahoma, sponsors Anna Marshall.
Motion for due pass.
Motion for due pass by Representative Marshall.
Second.
Second by Representative Gouge. Discussion.
Is anyone from health there?
Yes, we have Secretary Terry here.
Thank you, Chairman. Thank you, Ms. Marshall, for passing that. Committee, this resolution to purchase this property, as many of you know, we have started the process of asking for approval to assume our tribal shares out of the Wewoka facility, which represents about a $4 million pickup for the southern districts of our healthcare system. And as we look at pulling those funds out of Wewoka, this would purchase almost 40 acres. I think it's just shy of 40 acres. I think it's like 39.6, something like that. Their original asking price was about $1.2 million. We've negotiated that down to around $400,000. And I think the appraisal ended up right around 375, somewhere around there. If we look at this property, one of the things that we think that we like the value of the property because it has all of the utilities currently sitting there next to it, so we won't have to go in and run utilities like we've had to do in the past. So that's positive. And we went ahead and ran a scenario of what kind of building we would build on that property. The user population that we pulled for that area is around 3,000 folks. That puts about 1.5 providers in that area, also with dental and optometry and radiology and all the things that we put in normal clinics. It's about a 40,000 square foot facility is what it would be sized out today. But this resolution is specifically to purchase that property, and I think it's paid off for the nation and for us that we've bought more land than we've needed so that we can grow and expand whenever we need to do that. So that's the resolution before you, and I'm happy to answer any questions.
All right, thank you. Any questions from committee? Questions from committee online?
Chairman, this is Thomasine.
Yes, go ahead.
Just a quick question. Where is the property located?
Rhonda, you want to come and speak to that?
It's located right off of Kingsbury Road. It's about a mile. It's right across the street from Tyson. It's probably about a mile from reservation number 1 and roughly about 3 miles from reservation number 2, just right off of Kingsbury Road right there. Where the DHS building was that recently was purchased, if you go straight down south on there, it's right across the street from Tyson, just right around the corner from the reservation number 1.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Also, Chairman, I'd like to be a co-sponsor, if it's okay with the sponsor of the legislation.
That's fine with me.
Okay. She'll be added.
Thank you. Thank you, Chairman.
Any other questions or comments? Hearing none, roll call vote.
Anna Marshall,
Yes.
Charles McHenry, Galen Cloud,
Yes.
Nelson Harjo,
Yes.
Joseph Hicks,
Yes.
Joyce Deer,
Yes.
Mary Crawford,
Yes.
Robert Heft,
Yes.
Leonard Gouge.
Yes.
Chairman, you have 9 in favor, 0 against.
9 in favor and 0 against. That motion passes. Next item we have is NCA 22-105. A law in Musco Creek Nation authorizing an appropriation to purchase timber from Larney Halata Allotment Timber Trespass. Sponsor is Joseph Hicks.
Chair, make a motion to pass.
Motion for due pass by Representative Hicks. Second by Representative McHenry. Discussion.
Chair, I'd like to give a minute to Ms. McIntosh again, please.
Yes.
I'm going to have Rachel hand out these pictures that weren't attached to everybody here and the council members that's online. We can get these pictures to you also. Just very briefly, as a matter of background, I think last week I talked about the legislation that was passed, that this kind of went side by side with it. Quickly, there was a trespass in November of 2020 on this allotment, and what we're trying to do is ask for some funding to purchase the timber that was cut on this property, and our ultimate goal is to, if you can see, there's a deck pile. I think maybe it's the first picture. Is that deck pile the first picture? The deck pile, is that the first picture? Yeah. So in that deck pile, there is anywhere from 200 to 300 ricks of wood and possibly 900 to 1,000 on the ground, but we're just going to concentrate on that deck pile right now. And we're asking for $24,000 to pay the landowners. We're wanting to address, we've worked with senior services, worked with Angela, and we're wanting to help her participants in her senior service program. She said that they have been running out of firewood to give to their seniors, so that's what we're trying to do. Their program lasts from November through February. Give you some rough numbers that she gave me. They served, in 19, they served 61 participants, 20, they served 55, and then in 2021, they only served 44. And then after that, we want to serve the ceremonial grounds if possible. So that's on the churches, that we want to help those seniors as much as possible. But also what has happened recently, like today, we received some additional funding from the BIA forestry program. We're going to use that to get our equipment, chainsaws, and we have a whole list of what we're going to buy with that. So that's what we're wanting to do with this resolution. Our primary goal is to help our senior services program.
Okay,
and it's just for the firewood. It's not to clean it up. It's just for the firewood.
Just for firewood.
Just for the firewood.
Any questions from committee?
Chair,
Yes, go ahead.
I'd just like to make a comment. After Ms. McIntosh approached the council about this, I went out and I actually looked at it. If you look at that page, it shows the dead wood out there. Each one of those logs, I think the shortest log in that bunch is probably 20 foot long. You're looking at logs that are anywhere from 2 foot wide up, and the lengths from 20 foot to probably 35 foot long. At the top of that pile, it's actually probably 20 foot, a little higher. Like I said, I went out there, Rob, he gave me a tour of the place, and they did a lot of damage out there. But like you said, you know, there's plenty of wood there to service the different programs that we have, and it's, you know, just, I'm not a expert on it, but just an evaluation of, you know, what an average cost of a rick of wood would be. This would be a fair price to pay these people to pull this wood off of there and use it. But
All right, thank you. Any more? Yes, Representative Cloud.
How many piles is out there like that? Is there just that one pile?
Yes, Chairman. You have just a guesstimate of how many years that would last us? Because, you know, based off of what you were talking about, you only had what, last year was, you said 41 people, but now you speak in terms of our ceremonial grounds. That's going to last a while. It's a long time.
What we're wanting to do is, for this particular tract of land, it falls under, since it's on restricted land, it's owned by 13 heirs. We have their consent to do the firewood. I presented last week a forestry management program, so we're putting that funding in our CAB to have that program in our office. So we're making that forestry management and fencing program together. So we'll have that under my department. So if funded, I'll have 3 people, and hopefully it will grow, because, you know, we're building fence also. So we're wanting, I mean, this is a problem. This particular tract of land is a problem. It happened. They just got caught. They were coming out of the property, and one of the DIA forestry guys just caught them, and they were, I don't know how many more loads of timber they had taken out of there. So, you know, but we want to concentrate on this one first. And then the litigation report is a whole separate issue that hopefully they'll get some money for on the other side. that what we're wanting to try to do is just take care of this. Our understanding is that senior services gives them gives all the participants a rick of wood a month.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow.
So hopefully we can help Arbor Care, help them substitute where they can't. And that's our main goal is the seniors. That's primarily our main goal right now.
Okay.
But there's a lot out there. That's why we're asking for, up front, we're wanting to give them 8,000, the landowners, and then as they finish up, then we'll do the balance of the 16,000. So
okay.
Because it's been sitting out there. This happened in November of 20.
Oh, wow.
November of 20.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you, ma'am.
All right, thank you. Thank you. Since this was unlawfully entered and cut, is there any type of legal action that was taken?
Since it's restricted land and we don't have the forestry program compacted, the BIA Forestry is supposed to be doing a litigation report to send to the U.S. Attorney's Office.
Okay.
I think they have being done right now, but they only have 2 years to do it.
Okay.
And they'll get it done.
All right. Any more questions or comments?
Chairman, this is Representative Deere.
Yes, go ahead, Representative Deere.
I have a question. Thank you, sir. I have a question for Ms. McIntosh. I couldn't hear all of her answer. The signal's not good. It's either on her end or my end, but since this land was illegally entered, unlawfully entered, and the timber was cut, do we know who did that? And are we going to try to recoup any of that money from them, from the people that did this?
Yes, ma'am. They caught them pulling out with a load of timber, and they seized what they had, and they got all their information, and that was the BIA Forestry. So they are right now in the process of writing a litigation report for the U.S. Attorney's Office. We haven't compacted that program, but the BIA Forestry is supposed to be writing a litigation report on behalf of the landowners.
So that's a possibility that we will recoup some of the funding that this will go toward.
Yeah, they should be paying the landowners something. They should get something back. But that's, they immediately had a crew come out. I believe they called them a strike force team, and they counted all of the stumps. Let me tell you, there was 4,602 stumps that they counted on the BIA report. So that's how many trees they cut down. So I mean, they have a pretty good count of what they damaged.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Chairman.
Okay, thank you. Any more comments or questions? Hearing none, roll call vote.
Joseph Hicks.
Yes.
Joyce Deere.
Yes.
Mary Crawford.
Yes.
Robert Huff.
Yes.
Leonard Gouge.
Yes.
Anna Marshall.
Yes.
Charles McHenry. Galen Cloud.
Yes.
Nelson Harjo.
Yes.
Chairman, you have 9 in favor, 0 against. 9 in favor, 0 against. That motion passes.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. That concludes the order of business. Down to other business. We have nothing in other business. Announcements. Our planning session will be following. And we're down to our adjournment and benediction. I'd like to ask Representative Cloud if you offer that benediction. It serves as our adjournment.
Waidi butki halu ya legitsa. Moi hanyuwa ni muzinete dat bungwi legitsa. Marata hili rundo. Nagi ya umagi ya tukagi ya dat nagi des. Azulaga dat havunangi nagi mo. Nagi aguniska iyaskida agazamga moin. ide mozen full lock no no what din ilahani dundo I mako ken bogeji di dundo tama he des full login nagi des yik to jezi as also I was asking Melissa nagi des yik to jin so we put it dundo marata avast and fully dundo istimaskogi do yadi nagi omaga da if we oven man abegin bunnetada when we les huyani dundo marata madamu des azolagata madamu des pumana hui di dundo agit legin fully dundo anjung wari da omaga da into goda ivuli jet full lagin unnoa inni des nagi yik to jin imo wak bidun noa nagi des imo go season marata mi di dundo marata omaga da jinwegi dundo makke ko
Amen. Adjournment 6:37.